You know what time it is for, right, Rock?
Let's do the weird news, dude. Let's do it, man.
It's time for the weekly weird news segment. All right. So, first of all, do you have any weird news that you came across lately?
Yes, I do.
All right. Let's hear it.
It's not weird news that I came across or read about. It's weird news that I have seen this week. The whole wildlife. All right. So I guess about 3 days ago, maybe 4. I was in here doing something. No, I'm sorry. I was in the garage getting hummingbird feeders, right?
Right.
So I come back out, and there's turkey running across the driveway, like to the other side of the property. So I'm like, okay, I wonder why they're running, So here comes 4 wolves. I'm sorry, not wolves, foxes. And they're like running. They're not like full speed running after, what I thought was the turkey. But anyway, the turkey get to like behind the house, you know what I'm saying? And they bang a left, the turkey, okay? So they go out of sight. So then all of a sudden here come the wolves. And they're like doing like a power jog, you know what I mean? They're not like hauling ass chasing these turkeys. So all of a sudden, the wolves bang a right, So I'm like, okay, maybe they weren't chasing it. So it was just a weird thing to just walk out to, like, okay, here comes 5 turkeys just running, and, here comes 4 foxes that I thought was chasing them, and they weren't. I forget punchline here, but...
There were fucking wolves that came across you?
Not wolves, foxes. I always get that because I want to say wolf pack, but it's not a wolf pack, it's a fox pack. And they're like mid-sized dog size, like boxers or Rottweilers or something like that. Actually, that's a pretty big fox.
The foxy L. What does the fox say? That's probably what they were doing, is they were trying to tell the turkeys how to tell the song.
They must have been like, yeah, come here, you motherfucker.
What does the fox say? Gobble, 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 gobble.
Dude, the stuff that happens around here is mind-blowing. And you're just sitting here and this stuff's happening, Like, I guess I can't get it. I mean, I would drive people nuts at the stuff I could post on Twitter, but I just...
That is one thing about the weird news I wanted to bring up, and I'm glad you brought it up, is because one of the weird news has happened is apparently there was a break and entry into somebody's home. And they went downstairs and they found out that the burglar was a deer. And I'm pretty
yeah, okay, yeah. I want to hear this.
So I'm pretty sure that a lot of people have came across invaders in their houses before. Or have you guys ever, like Ray Rock? I'm sure you've had many encounters. Have you ever had an intruder?
Of course, many of them, as a matter of fact. Now, let me start with the worst, and I'll go back and I'll taper it down to the funniest. If I may do a little Ray Rock storytelling time. Is that okay with everybody?
I mean, I can tell you, I'll just say that the only invader I had was a slug.
Did you put salt on it? Turn it into a booger?
Actually, there were 2 slugs, and they were going to war. So I videotaped it, called Slug Wars. So...
Oh my god!
It's this 40-minute video of me.
A 40-minute video of slugs? That's like watching paint dry, man.
It was a lot more exciting than you thought, because it was this big ass slug that was going for 2 other slugs, and it took half an hour for it to like kick on.
Yeah, I knew, because they move slower than the speed of smell. So,
anyways, go back to your invader story.
All right, intruders. So my place has there's a side door, right over here, and then there's a front door. Well, a bear, full grown. I don't know if it was a mama or a papa bear. Either this thing was gigantic, right? And this thing on the side deck wants to come in. So it ripped the door off the hinges.
What?
And literally booted the door in. Now, we're going back, say, 5 years ago, something like that.
Holy shit.
This bear boots its way in. Now, when you go into that particular area of the house, there's a glass sliding door which it, couldn't figure it out, you know what I mean, how to get in. So it wreck shop in the whole den, which sucks because it's such a beautiful room. And it went out, it drug the screen door with, not the screen door, it's like a pretty solid, well, quote, screen door. And that was it. It just, whatever food was in there, the mini fridge was, emptied, with like, I don't even know how many cans of whatever was in there were all busted open, which was fun, cleaning up all that soda and all that sticky stuff and all that. So that was, I guess you would say, one of the scariest things, except for the raccoon, the rabid raccoon. Did I already tell that story?
No, you haven't told that story. But first of all, okay, so let me just get this. A bear broke into your house.
Yes.
And ruined part of your den, right?
Yes.
And they broke the glass door and the screen door and that?
Exactly.
What happened after? I mean, did like police come or like?
So, well, here's the funny part. No, they didn't. Called 911, right, to get a hold of animal control, right? They hung up on us, thinking we're joking around. We're in the friggin' Poconos. There's bear all over here. Okay? Get hung up on. I'm like,
wow.
You call 911 with kind of an emergency, like all the chaos had calmed down, you know what I mean? So finally, 2 days later, they decide to come out. And they see the doors all, messed up and all that. And they're like, oh, you were serious? I'm like, what, you think we just called 911 because we got nothing better to do? Are you kidding me? So, yeah. So, actually, that was 911 hanging up on that deal.
Wow.
Yeah. So, that was fun. But homeowners insurance apparently pays for all that stuff to get fixed. So, that was nice.
Okay. Well, thank God that the insurance and everything paid for that and make sure. Okay.
So, on the lighter side, see, the deer, which is weird because you just said one broke into someone's house, yes?
Yeah. Yeah, there was a deer. They found out it was a deer.
Was it running from something and just trying to, like, get safe somewhere? Or
just messing around trying to find stuff.
So, speaking of deer, I don't know if you noticed, but I have one or two around here from time to time again.
Maybe, I don't know. You're probably holding them for Santa.
I do. I'm actually an elf. I'm a 6'1" elf. I'm like Will Ferrell. They put me in Misfit Land, so.
Did I ever tell you how I actually got to see Santa? I was on a TV show live?
Absolutely not.
Yeah, so I actually, like, for Christmas, there was, they do a local, like, TV show with Santa Claus for the kids where they call in. Like,
yep.
It was all New Brunswick. Oh, where's he going?
Did you say New Brunswick?
Yeah. This show broadcasts all across New Brunswick, Canada. So there was supposed to be an elf that was supposed to be the sidekick of Santa, but she didn't show up.
Okay.
So they had to add me in there.
Yeah.
So I went on live provincial television as an elf.
That is just straight up hilarious.
So I took live. It's all right. It's fine. We gotta get. Okay, that's another thing we need to do is invest in the.
Coop, I'm losing my shit here, dude.
It's fine. As long as
this is just perfect.
Hopefully, things didn't break, did they?
No, just my drums.
No, it's fine. It's okay. So just let me know when you're good to go. I'll finish off the story.
I am attentively listening while looking for something.
All right. Well, does
that work?
To pop it off, they put me live with a headpiece to take phone calls, and I had to wear like elf ears and that. And my name was Jingles the Elf.
Oh, that is not going away anytime soon. You are for now on Jingles.
I hope someday I get to look up Rogers TV in Fredericton, New Brunswick, and find this video footage of Jingles the Elf. on Rogers TV, and
I hope so too, Jingles, because that's
so,
hilarious.
I even got a phone call from a kid that goes, "Hey Santa, by the way, your elf is cute." The fucking directors are laughing their asses off in the
You think?
I'm keeping my composure, and I like, thank you so much. It's nice to hear compliments from people.
You know your heart was Kids are
That
so
is
cute,
when you
man.
know I am on live provincial TV. I am a fucking pro, people.
Quote, I am a fucking pro, people.
It's weird because I can't keep my fucking act together when I'm around like 6 or 7 people for an open mic.
Is it just me or are you off camera?
No, I guess it might be just you. I'm on.
All I see is your shoulder.
Oh, it might have just froze for you.
Oh, there you go, Jingles. All right, I see it.
Oh God.
Sorry about that.
So that was a fun story. All right, back to what you were saying. I just wanted to interfere with the elf thing.
Oh man.
So
We go from a bear busting into how Coop got the name Jingles.
Anyways, okay. So go on about your deer story. You have a lot of deer.
All right, I have too many deer stories. So, by the way, can I just say something real quick about deer? If there are 1 or 20 of them, the word deer, it's already pluralized. Deers is not a word if we're talking about being politically or what did they say? Correct English or?
That is true because a bunch of deer, right? It's still plural with a bunch of them, right?
Deer is always pluralized, and there's a few other animals around that are already again pluralized.
Okay.
Like turkey.
Turkeys. So
Turkeys. Excuse me. Look at my dick.
Oh, I'm glad the camera's on me.
Oh yeah, it's back on me, buddy. Woohoo! Suck deep. No, I'm kidding. That was wrong. I'm sorry. I didn't mean that.
See, this is why I love Google Hangout. The camera went right to you when you talked. All right, so now I'm in graphics.
Sorry, one more time. Sorry about the nuts, people.
All right, so you also, I think, had a raccoon story that you had to tell.
This was something out of a nightmare. This was worse than the bear. Wow. Believe it or not. Well, that particular story. So my cousin Steph was up. It was the two of us, right? And all of a sudden, in the very corner of the property, we see, we didn't know what it was. We were trying to figure out what it was. This thing's got a huge hump on his back. This is the biggest raccoon I've ever seen in my life, okay? So it's all the way in the corner of the property, all right? So this thing starts walking, like walking. It's not running or anything like that. It comes down Matthews, which is the street where you would turn, it's our street before you turn onto my, down my driveway. So it bangs it right down, the driveway. So my cousin and I was outside having a cigarette. And all of a sudden, she snaps a picture and Coop, this thing takes off, hauling ass. Starts barking the whole 9. Imagine a raccoon barking, and this is on YouTube. If anybody listening wants to type in barking raccoons, rabid raccoons. So, anyway, at this, for some reason, I had my cane, right? When I'm walking with a cane. So, for obvious reasons. But, so anyway, this thing starts barking, runs up the front deck steps, right? So I kind of guided my cousin into the house, right? Because I didn't know what to expect.
Jesus Christ.
And I I don't remember jumping up onto the bench because I can't jump like that anymore. I felt like I just levitated up on and was just there. So now I have my cane backwards, right? And this thing comes up and I swing, and the way it moved, it just shattered its leg, right? I'm like, oh man. This thing runs across over to here, over to the studio door, right? And it's sniffing around, still barking the whole time, right? So it comes running back up, and the whole time my cousin's like, "Would you get in here?" And I'm thinking in my head, my neighbor next door, there's kids around, like this thing's rabid as hell, and it's gonna hurt someone. So this time, dude, I'm swinging for the fences. I got this thing turned around. It goes from the ground all the way up to the bench, right? And Coop, I'm telling you, I connected with this fucker.
Wow.
Right in the head. Now, this head should have went over the roof of this studio across the driveway. Didn't even phase the thing. It barely moved, okay?
Wow.
Insane. So now this thing runs back over here to the studio. And then it runs back up the driveway. Next door. Loops around to the next house. This thing's still running and barking. It was just insane. So at this point, I called 911. They believed this story, and they got me in touch with animal control, letting them know that there's a rabid raccoon. Now, just so you know, if something becomes rabid, they have about 3 to 5 days to live. And this was, it was in full zombie mood, dude. It was. If you would have done this to a grown bear, it would have phased and be like, "Yo, all right, you got me. That one hurt, dude." This was a really big raccoon, but to hit it that hard and it barely be phased and just keep running, that was insane. Yeah. So, what happened with the actual raccoon, I have no idea, because it just kept running and barking, and eventually it stopped. But so let me tell one more story, because I got a billion deer stories.
Yeah, but, first of all, I think I've came across raccoon in the garbage where they're hissing and that. But I
yeah, they make weird noises, but barking, yes, indigo, that was insane. Absolutely.
Yeah. In a situation where a thing is rapid and it's around children and that, it's it's I guess you're trying to protect yourself from getting bitten, right? So.
Well, that too, because, who feels like going through all that madness, you know what it's like just if a regular animal, just a rabies shot or something like that, or, just to be safe. But, so anyway, to end this on a lighter note, I don't know, are you familiar with Digby, my buddy, the deer?
Digby the deer, you have a bunch of them, but I can't. Digby is the one is he the one that went on your porch and almost went in your door?
That's it. Apparently you already heard the story. He actually knocked. Kick, kick, kick. He's like, "Come on, Ray Rock, come feed us, come play with me." So I answered the door, sure enough, I pulled a regular door open right over here.
Okay. That door.
That door. I opened the door, and he's kicking at, the screen door over there. So, I opened the door, and he's just standing there, and, doing, these deals, as to say, "Come on, come outside." So, so I come out, I'm just rubbing his head, and he's walking with me, like it's your dog or something like that, Went in, got him food,
wait, this thing is wild. You're rubbing its head and it's following you around?
Oh, he's my buddy. Digby's my buddy. Oh, thank you.
That is freaking fantastic.
It's bananas, dude. Are you leaving right now? Oh, that is awesome news.
Yeah,
I know, but
I'm not sure what's going on here.
Wait, I'm live right now. I can't talk about. What is this? Oh man, I got brownies.
Oh, nice.
I told you I'm on the tasty cake diet. I'll see you very shortly. All right.
Oh, nice. You got brownies. I'm jealous.
I got brownies, dude. I gotta try these brownies.
Well, I'm on my diet right now. For everybody that's wondering,
I have a few extra for you, Coop.
But we gotta continue off with the weird news, because we gotta continue off with the podcast. We gotta wrap this up soon. Here's one weird news that I found. Do you guys appreciate sword swallowers?
That's insane, man. I don't even know how that's possible.
Yeah, I don't know how these sword swallowers fucking manage. First of all, it's so fucking dangerous to even do that. But
I know they got magnets.
Oh, okay. That Vaseline, I think, magnets, or I'm not sure. But there is a Ripley's Believe It or Not contestant, or a person that did a sword swallowing with a 180-degree blade.
Say what?
That's right. So this guy had a blade that was curved 180 degrees, and he swallowed it.
I'm trying to imagine this. 180 degrees. So
imagine a blade straight, not 90 degrees, but 180.
All right, Coop.
I mean, why the fuck would you even do that in the first place?
All right, so here we go. Here's a straight katana sword blade. He's using something similar to this, correct?
He's using probably something similar, but it's turned.
Now you're telling me this thing's bent 180 degrees?
Yes.
And he opened his mouth and swallowed this sucker.
Yes. Apparently, he is one of the 2 people in the world that can do that now.
Two other idiots tried this?
I don't fucking know. Apparently, people 90 degrees is bad enough. Where it's turned.
I would think no degrees is bad. Look at this, dude. Are you kidding me?
Yeah.
This in your body, not cutting your esophagus and all that shit.
I'm gonna show you this replay.
I'm sorry. That is my bad. Don't say that.
What?
Sorry.
What did I do?
No, it wasn't you. I was talking to somebody else.
Okay. Let me. Oh my god. Anyways, but anyway, sword swallowing, fucking dangerous. Weird enough that this guy swallowed a 180-degree curved blade into his stomach. All right.
That is a wicked curve. Is this on YouTube?
Yes.
These brownies are delicious, by the way, man.
But I will. We'll go like off air after. Maybe we should do like something bonus feature. We should do like some bonus things where we watch some like crazy videos and put it on our Patreon or something like that.
Can we do that?
Yeah, we can do whatever you guys want. I mean, if you guys want to see more vaccine stuff, then we'll do that. But I've got one
I'm a fan of the show, and I want to see it. How come my opinion doesn't count? Coop, why?
I've got one other new thing I wanted to add. So this is a thing I want to call my dummy of the week. All right? There's always...
It's not me. I'm not... Can I be the inaugural? No, go ahead. I'm playing.
So there's always dummies out there that do dumb things. So this is my dummy of the week. 2 burglars tried using a blowtorch to open an ATM and try and steal money. Instead, what they did is ended up sealing the ATM instead.
Yes, talk about instant karma and idiocracy. Are you kidding me? Oh, blowtorch, that is great. Please tell me they spent a couple nights in jail just for... if I was cops, I'd arrest them just to laugh at them. Like, you...
I actually don't know the full story of what happened to them, but I think I've got the... Where is it here? The burglar suspects turn out to actually... Oh, no, that's the deer one. Anyways, but either way, that is my dummy of the week. It said it was one guy had a crowbar and one guy had a blowtorch, and instead of taking and cutting a hole in the ATM, they ended up stealing it instead to make sure the money was safe.
That's funny as shit.
So there's my dummy of the week.
That is definitely the dummy of the week. Oh my god. Sealed it shut. That is great.